Good morning, everybody. Welcome back, Red Crew. Hope y'all are ready for today's live stream. Going over the battle box. Gonna go check out that trade that we took yesterday and see how it played out. See how the battle box system kind of called it, and then we're gonna go straight into kind of checking out what the battle box is saying about today. What's going on? Yeah, hopefully y'all had a good one yesterday. Hopefully you got into that trade. We'll head on over and check it out right now. So you got kind of a breakdown going on right now, but yesterday you can see we had the header trade set up here. So if you got into it right when it crossed, which is not the system, but if you did get into it, then you could have took it right here and you would have made it in 2 candles. But if you actually waited for the pullback, which is more of right here, essentially you could have gotten in right about here. It retested this 120 level, and you can see we got a nice run up. You could have even made more than we were even talking about originally. For sure could have gotten your 3-to-1 right here. Boom. And then Bitcoin went on to make a new all-time high at 124,545. And then today, yeah, we're breaking down a little bit. So after that high, we kind of started to fall off a little bit, made a nice cup almost, really. So kind of we'll check that out, see what the battle box says about today. But yeah, we do have a nice little drop here. You can see the candle books are kind of showing that we're trying to hold right here above it, but as of right now, I don't know. It's looking to me like it might get a little drop, but let's kind of go see what the battle box says. So gonna head on over to ChatGPT, our battle box GPT. We'll click on the market review for today, and then if you've been here before, you know it's going to tell us that we're going to need some screenshots and some so we'll need the screenshots, the FRVP levels, and then also the 30-minute range. So we'll just go on over to back to trading view, and we'll start getting our screenshots. Start with the 4-hour. Then I'm going to go ahead and take our lines off for now. And I'm going to get rid of our long position as well. Double click all these. And then we'll go ahead and get our first screenshot. Paste that into GPT. Go to the 1 hour, get a new screenshot. Same thing right into the GPT. And then 15-minute. And 5-minute is last. Sweet. So now we can head on. We'll head to the 1 hour actually, not the 4 hour. And then we're going to get the FRVP levels. So if you've been here before, you know how to do this, but we're basically going to go from the crosshairs 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and then we're going to grab the fixed range volume profile. Going to go to the previous day at 7. So yesterday would be the 13th at 7. It's right there, and then we go to today, the 14th at 7. Once you click them, you'll see we got our ranges set up there. So now I'm going to go ahead and open my live stream levels and grab my 24-hour ones. And these I can just click and drag right on top of the lines. So we got red is going to be the volume area high, orange is going to be the POC, and then you got blue is going to be the volume area low. And I'm going to go ahead and input these into there. So type in FRPV levels 4. So we got the first one. I got mine named and stuff in here, but you can just go ahead and copy it and then paste it onto your level here. And then we'll go to the next one. It's going to be the 24 POC. 245, just 24 POC. And we'll go to the next level, grab the coordinates from here. And then the last level is going to be the 24 volume area low. And we'll just grab that and grab the coordinates right off of it again. And then the next thing that we have to do is we have to get the morning ones. So what we'll do is we're going to take off our 24-hour levels, throw on our morning ones, and then we're going to grab the back end of this FRVP levels, so right here, and we're going to drag it from 7 yesterday all the way to 3 o'clock today. And that'll be our morning levels. So then you can go ahead and do the same thing. Just click and drag. Yep, just like this. So we got these 3 levels on there, and then we can go ahead and do the same thing for this one. So we get volume area high, we get our POC, and we'll get our volume area low. And for the starting at the high, click on it, copy it, and then paste it into the GPT, and then we'll do the same thing for. Oh, my bad, I switched those up, huh? Well, so we got the volume area high here, and then the POC is going to be up here, right under that, and then we got the volume area low right here. All right, so we got those fixed. Copy that, put it into the chat GPT. Then same thing with the bottom one. Alright, and then the last thing that we're going to have to get is our 30-minute candle. So what we're going to do next is we can just get rid of this FRVP level, and I'm going to go ahead and take my lines off here just so my chart looks a little cleaner. Go to my 30, and we're going to go to our 30-minute at 7:30 candle. So that'll be this nice downside candle, bearish candle here. We're going to go and look up here right under where it says Kabroda on my screen. You'll see H and an L, and it's going to be the numbers next to those. So the high is going to be 121, 141. So 121, 141. That'll be the high there, and then we got the low at 117, 409. So 117, 409. Awesome. So we got our 4 different charts, our 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, and 5 minute. And then we got all our FRVP levels for both the 24-hour session and then also the morning from 3 to 7. And then we got our 30-minute candle, and that's all we're going to need for now. And then we'll also get a screenshot of any news event, and it looks like Spirit Maker said that there's some news today, so we'll go ahead and make sure that that's true with a nice little screenshot. We'll just head on over to cryptocraft.com. We'll go to today, so it's going to be August 14th today, and we do have some CPI data, or PPI, I guess. And sweet. So once we get all that, head back on to ChatGPT. You can see we kind of got everything. If you haven't ever seen the news stuff, it's going to look just like this on cryptocraft.com. And you can see we got 2 yellows and then some reds, which are going to be more, I believe these are actually orange. And typically they're more red than that when they're high, but maybe orange is like a middle one. I'm not sure. But yeah, typically the more red it looks, the more it's going to affect the market. So we'll go ahead and send those in and see what the battle box is about today. Awesome. So we got our market recap here coming up. We got, if you've never seen one before, we got the 4, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute. Got the key levels here, different trading outlooks you can see, and then we also got all of our events kind of here with the expected him back level of them. And then execution considerations, weekly zone references, and then you got a nice little basically thing that you can copy and paste if you wanted to just paste these right into your chart. Makes it nice and easy. So we'll head on over to TradingView, kind of check out from the 4 hour down what it looks like for today. So starting off with the 4 hour, we got sharp rejection at 120 to 121K region with heavy sell pressure. Current candle, which is right here, is going to be a large body to the downside, tagging 117.4K range. EMA is still bullish stacked but flattening, so you can see they're not completely bullishly stacked, but they are somewhat bullishly stacked, and then you got them flattening. Because this 200 yellow line should actually be down here if we were fully stacked. But we are mostly stacked, and then we are kind of flattening out here with a kind of tag of that line here with the wick down. MACD histogram is turning to the downside. You got Stoch's, RSI is currently down, and then Stoch's are currently down as well, getting close to the bottom. So overall, looking somewhat pretty bearish, or at least starting to look pretty bearish for the market. Heading on over to the 1 hour, we got extended liquidation candles slice through the 24 hour POC, so we'll go ahead and turn those on, make sure we can see them. So we got the 24-hour POC right here. If you can kind of see it a little better over here, but it's this second purple line down, right on this second pink line as well. So we got a breakdown through both those lines, and then it actually went down and tagged the volume area low of both the 24 and the morning. We got a small tail recovery, volume spike confirmed, high participation flush, and then MACD is accelerating down. Oh, accelerating down, sorry. So we got a nice turnover here. We're curling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We already got 9 candles, so typically after 8 you start to see a turnaround, but we also could get more than that, so we'll see. We got the RSI curling down, and then you got the Stoches down at the bottom. RSI is kind of showing me we could get a possible small pullback up a little bit, but we're looking for more downside. All right, moving on to the 15-minute. So we got a break below the morning volume area low, volume area high, and the POC, which led to a free fall to the VAL, which should be this right here. We got the breakthrough, and then we led to a free fall to here. The EMA stack flipped short-term bearish with a price under the 200 EMA. So right here when we broke, we got that nice flip here. Once you break below the 200, normally have a little bit of a run down. Should confirm that pretty soon with this cross of the 21 and the 200. Momentum and volume remains strong on the downside. RSI is at low 30s. So we also got the MACD currently down. We've got 4 candles right now, consecutive. So once we see 8, that's when we're kind of looking for it to turn. So you still got about half the move left, just according to that. Just according to that indicator. And then you got the RSI is actually getting to the oversold kind of area, so we could see a nice little push back up, and then Stoches are kind of bottoming out as well. So we'll move on to the 5-minute. We got minor relief, bounce stalled under the 118.3k shelf. So 118.3, that's going to be about here. So you can see we kind of got some support here. EMAs are very stacked, which is true. We got MACD negative and widening. So we actually are starting to kind of turn around here after the after this initial drop right here. We're kind of starting to get a little bit of a pullback. RSI's down below low 30s, getting to low 30s, and then you got the RSI's or Stoches just kind of curling up a little bit farther. That's really it. So we're kind of looking at a semi-bullish. Short term, we look like we might be getting a pullback before possibly continuing a little lower. But it is like Surmaker said in the chat there, we're kind of waiting for that smoke to clear a little bit. It is kind of cloudy in a way. It's hard to tell kind of which direction it's really trying to take us from here. Both the breakout and the both the breakout and the breakdown are actually pretty close together today. So we'll kind of see what's gonna happen here. We got the levels out, trade strategy. We're gonna go ahead and do the battle plan next. So we'll head back onto our ChatGPT, and then we'll just say, let's build a battle plan. Now this should give us some potential trade, so potential trades really, kind of what we're going to be looking for today. What's good, what's going on. So first off, we got the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. It's here for educational purpose only. Trading involves high risk, and you need to consult a financial advisor or do your own research. We got price prediction is trading just about 117.4. After a high volume sell off from 121.1K. Volume behavior. Elevated participation due to U.S. macro data. Selling pressure is dominant. The HDF context 4 hours trend is still technically up, but short-term momentum flipped bearish. Weekly structure sits between the POC and deeper pullbacks possible. So bias, we're looking for short-term unless the volume area high is really reclaimed. Which, if you check out TradingView, it's kind of running off data from this candle right here, because that was when I sent the screenshots in. So we kind of come a little bit on, at least on the 5 minutes since then. So we recovered it right here, and then we kind of broke down below it again. Essentially, we did actually recovered on the 15-minute as well. So we're kind of looking for that. If we get a close down here, then we're kind of looking for it. Okay, it's going to start. Still got to wait on it, but then we're looking for a possible down to here move. For a possible trade would be more down in this region. Or we're looking for it to kind of hold here like this, and then we're looking for that up trade there. Not perfect, but that's what we're kind of looking for here on today's setup. So we will check out what the trade attack routes are. So today we got the breakdown continuation. So if we get to that 117.4K level, so in other words, the VALs, so this one right down in this area, these purple lines that we kind of came down and pegged right there, we're looking for that breakdown here to that level, and once we get that 15-minute close below it and have some nice volume, we'll be looking for a target of 116,862 to 116,697 kind of range. So we're looking kind of for just kind of in this area right here, something like that. And then if we do, you'll want to abort from that if you get a full 5-minute close above the volume area low with spike. So after we kind of get that breakdown and start to come down, if we get a cross here on the 5-minute back above it, that's when we're going to kind of want to say, all right, this trade's done for. We got another trade as the relief bounce reduction. So if we hit the POC at 118,607 with a 15-minute rejection wick, MACD rollover, we're going to be looking for a long trade going to, a short trade going to 117.4. So essentially we're going to be looking for that trade down to the volume area low. If you want to abort if you get a 15-minute close above 118,930. So if we get that close above the essentially above the 24-hour volume area high, that's where we're going to kind of want to get out of that trade, be done for. Third trade for today that we'll be kind of watching for is going to be a bull reclaim breakout. So at 118,930, that's where we're gonna kind of be looking for a trigger. So 118,930 is gonna be right there at that 24-hour volume very high. If we get the 15-minute close above it with a back test and a hold, so basically we get that back test on the 5-minute, and then we'll show that we're going to continue and hold that. We'll be looking at 119.5 to 120.3K range. So essentially around this zone. And then the reason that we'll get out of that, or when we would avert that, is we get the 15-minute close below the 24-hour volume. 24-hour volume very high again. And then the last trade you can do is a news trade. So at 12, Trump is speaking. So if you wanted to try to get into that, but typically news runs are pretty risky. Just because it's hard to kind of figure out which direction the chart's actually going to go. We most likely though do want to kind of avoid entering near 12 because of the speech Trump's doing, and then we could get some possible fast squeezes if trap short's forced to cover 118.93K range. Be prepared for whipsaws if 117.4K falls, but quickly reclaims could be trap breakout in the shorts. Yes, yeah, maker news makes it pretty tough to trade sometimes, especially when you get a lot of volatility in here. Just because it's hard to predict which way the news is really gonna. Sorry, it's hard to predict which way the news is really gonna kind of take the chart after it comes out. But yeah, that's really what we're kind of looking at today. So we're kind of just watching for it to kind of let us know where it's going to go. See if we're going to reclaim here and hold above the line here, or if we're going to kind of break down here and retest down here and continue farther down. Yeah, just be watching out for that news today. There's not a whole lot going on other than that. So we'll just be kind of hanging out. Just be enjoying watching it. If y'all want, you can take the time to try to teach yourself some stuff with the battle box. It is set up where you can kind of use it to learn different things. Learn how to trade. And if you have any questions about the setups today, you can just go ahead and ask it, and we should be able to help you kind of determine exactly what you want to do with it. But yes, today is more of a watch and wait. We had a nice move yesterday, so today I wouldn't be expecting it to do a whole lot. More of just something to look for. So just be kind of watching for those trades. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, give our channel a like. That always helps us to get the channel out to more people and get some more views on the channel. The other thing is check out our X account. We're going to try to post those daily levels today. That way y'all can just go there and find them real fast and easy. And then make sure to check out our TikTok as well. We'll have some videos coming out on there soon. Some more videos coming out on there soon. So, yeah. Hope you all have a good one. Hope you enjoyed your trading, and make sure you're watching out for those different levels. check out the battle box. But other than that, we will see you guys next week on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So if y'all want to see some more of this kind of stuff, make sure you're checking out the live stream. If you can't wait till then, go ahead and check out our daily recaps. We have one that comes out every weekday, and then we have a weekend one that comes out on Monday technically, but it'll cover the each one will kind of cover the day before and kind of like what we were looking at, what the battle box was saying about that day. And just really get into more in depth of how we're kind of thinking here at Kabroda and what our goals and kind of stuff for the day are. So if you want to learn, go ahead and check those out. We also have some trading videos on the channel if you want to take that even farther. But yeah, hope y'all are having a good day. Make sure you're staying safe today. Watch out for any of those news events. And other than that, happy trading, y'all. See you later.